The UEFA Cup first round, first leg match between Hearts and Atletico Madrid. Also later in the programme, news of how Celtic and Aberdeen have got on in Europe and of tonight's 5 First Division matches. And we'll be reflecting on the Athletics action in Edinburgh at the weekend. That was, of course, the Standard Life Princes Street Mile. But first, it's Hearts against Atletico Madrid, a real glamour game for Hearts. But this could be a tough test for them as we join commentator Jock Brown.
John Cahoon has made a miraculous recovery from the knee injury which saw him stretchered off at Fir Park on Saturday, and Jim Weir returns to central defence after his hamstring injury. Scott Leach replaces the injured George Wright in midfield, and up front young Kevin Thomas makes way for Justin Fashanu. After 15 clubs and 15 years as a professional, he makes his European debut after serving his one-match suspension for being ordered off 11 days ago against Partick Thistle. Atletico Madrid have lost the complete back four through injury and suspension, so that means a makeshift defence. They're settled though in midfield, and up front Kiko is preferred to the £1 million Polish international Roman Kozecki. But the main goal threat will come from their leading goal scorer Luis Garcia, the 24-year-old Mexican striker who cost £1.2 million when he joined the club just over a year ago. The referee is Mr. Anders Frisk from Sweden. Well, just the sort of conditions here at Tynecastle which the Spanish players would have been dreading. The wind is blowing down the field into their faces and the rain is falling steadily. So they'll have to adjust to the Scottish autumn for the occasion. There's Jim Weir making his first European appearance. And Atletico Madrid playing in that very well-known strip with the red and white stripes and the blue shorts. They don't have some of the famous players of the past. They've recently lost Bernd Schuster, the German, and Paulo Futre, the Portuguese star, sold over the last year or so. Hearts have a free kick. Some heavy attention there on Justin Fashanu, Swedish referee, right on the spot. And that skids away from John Robertson. Still to make a real impression on the Scottish scene this season, John Robertson. Just 3 goals so far. So Caminero, the central defender, making that attempt at the goal kick. The throw goes to Hearts. That's Tosh McKinley throwing the ball forward. Robertson moving across the front line, has some freedom to do that. The layoff came from Robertson. It's good play from Hearts. Here's Tosh McKinley looking for Fashanu in the middle. That's well taken by goalkeeper Diego. Fashanu will be a big threat in the air from these cross balls. Here's Jim Weir. Keller's clearance, but it's picked up safely by Mackay. Robertson helped it on, that's for Fashanu. Well beaten by Lopez. Pedro kept it in. Block being hounded there by Piri. Very confident play by the youngster. Now Cahoon takes the pass from Mackay. Kiko again, playing just off Luis Garcia. That's good positioning by McLaren. Good clearance though by Levine. Here's Piri. Player coming onto the ball there was Quevedo. That would have been dangerous, I think, for the Hearts defence. Good play again from Atletico. That's Manolo. No real power in that shot, but some good build-up play by the Spanish side. Manolo sidestepping his man there, Alan McLaren. No power though in the shot. This is Robertson. Hustled out of that by Lopez and Pizzo Gomez. Here's Manolo. Pizzo Gomez breaks now on the right. Luis Garcia with a very good header from long range. by the busy, brisk little striker. And good running on the flank by the fullback, Pizzo Gomez, giving Luis Garcia that heading chance. Some very good defending though by Atletico to start that defensive work in midfield. Is a bad tackle that by Cahun. Cahun going in late on Piri, and he's in trouble for that. Cahun is booked. Well, John Cahun, always a totally committed player, but he certainly was a bit reckless there. Pedro's free kick, headed away safely by McLaren. Not so safely as Quevedo. He's very sharp indeed, the big midfield player, coming off that right flank. 24-year-old that joined the club from Cadiz, and he certainly was very sharp reacting to McLaren's headed clearance. Got there first, Hearts players on their heels there as he shot that narrowly wide. Push surely on Fashanu. Lopez is penalised. The Hearts trying to take full advantage of the elements in their favour at the moment. They have a fierce wind now behind them. Not quite tempting enough for a shot at goal, I don't think, from this range. Target is Fashanu. There's Manolo. Swept away by Piri. And Levine trying to beat the offside trap. He's done so. This is Leach. The support in the middle. There's John Cahun. Came off the legs of Lopez. First clear chance of the match for Hearts. Well, that really was a good opportunity. Was the offside trap being sprung expertly there by Scott Leach. Pedro playing it forward. There's Piri. Pedro again. The throw goes to Atletico. Well, it really was good play by Hearts. Levine's pass beating the offside trap for Scott Leach. That was deflected into the path of Cahun, who kept the shot down well, but it struck the legs of Lopez. This is Kiko. No, Pedro. Good possession play by Atletico. Moasia. Luis Garcia. It's a neat turn. Misunderstanding slightly there with Manolo. Levine at full stretch there. Headed down by Quevedo. Leach's clearance goes straight to Pedro. That's a great pass. Beautifully disguised. Pizzo Gomez playing it inside. Quevedo linking there with Luis Garcia. That's Manolo. This is for Kiko. Fine play there by Atletico Madrid. Some very precise build-up play. Lots of first touch work, which certainly troubled the Hearts' defence. Look at the movement from all the front men. The angle too tight in the end. Manolo playing that through. Kiko trying to get away from Alan McLaren. So there's Tosh McKinley getting some instructions from behind. Well headed away there by the injured player Caminero as Mackay shoots the ball over the bar. Well, this is interesting. Caminero was dying a moment ago. There's the player who's on the end of this free kick from Tosh McKinley. Certainly looks pretty sprightly there as he wins that header. And then the shot from Mackay, snatched over the bar. The build-up again, patient from the Spaniards. Here's Piri. Luis Garcia, the Mexican striker, and a very rash challenge there by the little striker. He was lucky he didn't make contact. The referee allowing the advantage with Hearts in possession. Would have been a free kick otherwise. Delightful running by Cahun. There's Manolo on the counter-attack. Luis Garcia is offside. Tight decision that. Correct one, I'm sure, but only about a yard in that. Swedish officials all round tonight. Kinley back to Levine. Pashanou's layoff. Kinley again. Kai's pass, here's Robertson. And an excellent save by Diego. A glimpse of John Robertson at his best. And what a fine pass this is from Gary Mackay. Look at the way it's collected by Robertson. 1 foot in wide only. And that brought out a very good save from Diego. So the rain falling relentlessly here at Tynecastle, making it miserable overhead, but the football has kept the crowd enthralled so far, but Hearts go off at half-time without making a breakthrough and without, in all honesty, creating enough clear-cut chances to give real optimism to Sandy Clark in the dressing room. So there will be some tough talking to go on with the elements against Hearts for the second half. At the moment, it's Hearts 0, Atletico Madrid 0. So the new Scotland interim national coach, Craig Brown, in the director's box, checking on men like Henry Smith, Alan McLaren, Craig Levine and John Robertson. Hearts get it underway in the second half, and they really do have a tough task. The rain is not quite so heavy now, but they're still playing against the elements. Sometimes that helps the quality of the football in the build-up. It makes the finishing more difficult sometimes, so they'll have to make some adjustments and beware the swift counter-attack. Craig Levine talking to his teammates, organising from the back. Well, once again, the problem for Hearts when they push forward like this is the counter-attack. Robertson with Caminero. He's carrying the ball out for the throw. So the referee holding play up. There is a Spanish player on the ground on the near side here. It is Kiko. And he's insisting that the player leaves the field without any treatment, forbidding the Spanish medical team coming on. So Kiko seems to be pretty alright to me, but he's off for some treatment. The game continues with Hearts in possession. Robertson's turn. Leach is out of reach. Back in from Cahun. Held away by Quevedo. Another throw. Hearts supporters encouraged now as Kiko is waved back on the field by the referee. Robertson. Cahun, Robertson again. On the way by Quevedo. This is Tosh McKinley. Kiko is the player challenging there, with help from Pizzo Gomez. Well, Kiko, who was in trouble a moment ago, sprinting there to challenge Tosh McKinley. Mackay. And Kiko again showing that he's all right. Pizzo Gomez. This is Moasia. Pizzo Gomez is down, clutching his right leg. Kiko again in possession, getting some abuse from the Hearts supporters for what they see as some play acting. McLaren is with him, trying to prevent a corner kick. He managed that, but they'll have to accept the fact that the Spanish have a throw. And now attention sought for Pizzo Gomez. The referee making it clear he's going to add on enough injury time. And Pizzo Gomez is apparently completely all right. Well, the referee being tested to the full by what appears to be some blatant play acting by the Spanish players. Well, he's been through the mill, Pisa Gomez. 29 years old now. All his experience so far in the Spanish leagues. Osasuna and Bilbao. Leach. Fashanu, Robertson. Space on the right for Cahun. Atletico are giving John Cahun remarkable amounts of space. And it was misjudged by Lopez. But it did enough to deceive Justin Fashanu. He's frustrated, all right, about that. Once again, Cahun getting time to look up and pick out his man for the cross. That man was Fashanu. Quevedo's header. Leach. Stopped enough there by Caminero. A lunging, diving tackle. Scott Leach reacting angrily. Anders Frisk telling McLaren to hold other things up. There with the tackle by Caminero after he lost possession the first time. Good English, the referee. A long way out this against the wind, although it has slackened somewhat. Here goes Mackay. He's found John Robertson. What should be a penalty? The referee waves play on, much to the anguish of the Hearts players. Wow, undoubtedly a controversial moment that. The shot from McLaren blocked there. As the ball was played in by Mackay. John Robertson found space. Now, was this a penalty? Well, perhaps the referee was right. I'll look at that again. He was very well positioned, Anders Frisk. It looked as if Robertson may well have gone down of his own volition rather than as the result of any tackle. Moss here again. Kazetsky. Never properly set for the shot. No threat there to Henry Smith. And a substitution is going to be made. But as the ball came across there, Levine's header allowed Moassir to play it across here for Kazetsky. The player being withdrawn this time is Manolo. The player coming on is Sabas. Well, Manolo, the creative man in the centre of midfield for Atletico Madrid, is replaced here by Sabas. He's going into exactly the same position. There's Gary Locke, and now Fashanu. Caminero steps in once more. Well, Fashanu is yet to find his touch completely tonight. John Robertson being wrestled to the floor. The free kick taken too quickly for the liking of the referee. He considers the ball was still rolling. Well, Robertson, the very man who could snatch a late goal for Hearts. We're past the midway point in the second half as Gary Locke takes this free kick. In goes Fashanu! Robertson for Hearts! Right on cue. 20 minutes of the match left. And for once, Justin Fashanu found space in the box to test the goalkeeper. The first time he's got away from his markers, Fashanu. Good downward header, blocked by Diego. And there is Robertson showing these predatory instincts inside the box. Bashiru's header. The goalkeeper did well. He could do nothing about John Robertson's finish. Well, he's such a deadly little striker, John Robertson. He can be having a quiet match and then pop up with a vital goal. He's done it again tonight. Oh, Hearts greatly encouraged by taking a lead at this stage. And they must resist the temptation to go charging recklessly forward. 1-0 will give them a reasonable chance in Madrid, but a second goal would give them an outstanding opportunity of going through if they can avoid giving anything away before the end of this match. Sandy Clark senses the way the whole complexion of the match has changed. Robertson breaking on the left now. Taken right out of the play by Lopez. Now the big central defender living very dangerously indeed. He was booked in the first half. And I really had the impression there the referee was going for a card again until I think he realised it would have to be a red one. So Robertson able to continue. No sign of a replacement by Hearts as yet, as McKinley takes this free kick. Lock chipping it forward, there's no offside. This is Cahoon. And the second! It's a superb finish by John Cahoon. And time casually runs. Well, what a magnificent bit of control this is from John Cahoon. The ball flighted in by Gary Locke. Now look at the way Cahoon takes this in his chest, keeps calm under pressure, and drives the ball beyond Diego. Well, we wouldn't tire of watching this one. He knew the defender was closing and he kept his head. He made certain he got the shot on target, and there's the reward. What a great piece of finishing by Cahoon. Well, the Hearts undoubtedly with the overall initiative in this tie. And I would suggest that the main priority now is to avoid conceding a goal. This is Caminero. Now Marcia. Harry Mackay with the pass back. There's Henry Smith. Pisa Gomez lets that go through to Lopez. Offside. Kiko, Kozetski, maybe also Sabas. Oh, Sandy Clark, once things calm down, I think he's thinking more about keeping things tight now. Remember the away goal rule in Europe. The Hearts performed extremely well to work themselves into this position. The Spanish, they're penalised, I think, for trying to play an offside when that ball was played in by Gary Locke. Good play by Kozetski. Oh, easy lose the ball right. Great running by Kozetski! And that's the goal. Hearts were treading. It's outstanding play by Roman Kozetski. The Hearts caught cold. Still enjoying the euphoria, I think, of that second goal. Look at the way Kozetski gets away from McLaren. Then from Mackay. Stepping inside, Levine comes to challenge, and what a deadly, accurate finish. Well, who would have believed he could score from this position? McLaren won't be terribly happy with that challenge. Good change of pace to go away from Gary Mackay. Levine couldn't get to him. And it's 2-1 now to Hearts. Sabas. Eased over there by Mackay. Little man going down, and Hearts now facing this free kick. Oh, it's Pedro. Well, Henry Smith felt the full force of that. Not at all easy for a goalkeeper a night like this. Pedro, the surprise player, taking that, bending it in. Couldn't hold it the first time, Smith, but did well enough. So we have just about 9 minutes plus injury time remaining in the match, and Hearts want to spend that time creating another goal and making sure they give nothing away. Kiko's back, Keeler, a chance on here for Sabas! A disaster, just about 6 inches away there. Kozetsky again, what a fine player he is. And then Kiko, such presence of mind, he knew they had support inside. He found Sabas, who beat Henry Smith and avoided that far post by inches. Pumped forward there by McLaren, Fashion to the target. Well, there's Leach with a shot and a lot of appeals there. But a foul on Fashion by Lopez, doing a bit of climbing on the shoulders of Fashion, but well, my view, Lopez is trying to play the ball at all times, and I don't think that was a foul. Kiko with Levine. Levine wins it. And Mackay penalised for impeding Kiko. Change is about to be made now by Hearts. And it's John Robertson who's being withdrawn. Well, listen to the reaction to that decision. The Hearts supporters are not at all happy to see Robertson withdrawn, having scored the opening goal. And a tremendous applause for Robertson as he departs the scene. The replacement is Kevin Thomas. There's that touch of unorthodoxy up front which could make all the difference. Here's Moss here. The deflection, and that almost beat Henry Smith. The deflection came from an Atletico player, so there is no corner kick. But this was very well hit. In fact, it came off Kozetsky. Well, you see Kozetsky there going in behind the wall. It must have been offside, in fact, had that gone in. And the run made by Sabas, but it's the end of the match. Well, an applause to the Hearts supporters. They appreciate how hard their favourites have worked to earn that full-time result, but it could have been so much better. John Robertson scored the first in 70 minutes after Justin Fashion, whose header was blocked the line by Diego, and then John Cahoon scored a magnificent second from service from Gary Locke. But that man, Roman Kozetsky, popped up while Hearts were still basking in the euphoria of a second goal and scored the away goal, which makes the trip to Madrid in a fortnight so hazardous. A final score at Tynecastle, Hearts 2, Atletico Madrid 1.
Sandy, 2-1 win for you, but you must be annoyed about that goal for Atletico.
Yeah, disappointing. It was certainly a very good goal by the post Lakaseki, but before the game started I had a set for winning the game, and 2-1 is not a bad result for us against a quality team.
The players showed a lot of patience. It was a difficult first half, and then eventually the goals came in the second.
Well, that's right. I think it's a bit like normal Scottish football. That they were good touch, good technique, difficult to get the ball off them. But once we get in about them and worked them hard enough, they got tired, and that's when we got our goals.
Another great show from young Gary Locke.
He did exceptionally well. I've asked too much of the lad, to be honest with you, but he keeps coming back and answering me the right way, which is marvellous for me and marvellous for him.
What sort of chance does this result give you for the second leg?
As I said before the game, if we can win the game, that gives us a chance. And I think there's every chance we can score over there. There's no doubt it'll be difficult, there's no question about that, but we could beat them here, and psychologically it gives us the advantage. I think they'd maybe written us off a little bit. I think they'll be back to Spain thinking a wee bit more about it now.
Well done tonight, thanks Andy.
Thanks very much.
John, 2-1, is that enough?
It'll be difficult. I think we might need to score over there, but the lads are confident they can do it. Very disappointed to lose the goal, but before the game you would settle for any kind of victory, I think.
What about your goal? You looked a wee bit pleased.
I was delighted. I haven't scored for a long time, and I didn't know I was going to play tonight, so to score on top of it was a bit of a bonus.
It was a difficult first half, so you must have been relieved when the goals came in the second.
Yeah, it was difficult. We were a bit flat the first half. I don't know the reason. I think we were a wee bit apprehensive about their quality. But in the second half, we got the sleeves rolled up and we went at them. And I think we played a bit of football as well, which is good for us.
They played the way that I think most people thought they would. Was that a bit frustrating at times with the constant niggling?
Yes, it was. You can't really get any tempo or flow in the game, and plus when they keep the ball, it's difficult to do anything to get close to them. But in the second half, we began to take command, and thankfully the goals came at a good time.
And a great crowd response on an awful night.
Yeah, they were magnificent. They came out in one of these horrible Scottish evenings, which is synonymous with European football in Scotland. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of the reasons I came back, and they were great for us.
Thanks a lot, well played.
Thank you very much.
So